Welcome to LFC Transfer Hub. Mohamed Salah replacement would absolutely complete Liverpool transfer as player named. Second news is Trent Alexander-Arnold closer to Liverpool reunion as Champions League chaos unfolds. Now details. Andy Townsend believes West Ham forward Jarrod Bowen would be a better replacement for Mohamed Salah than Real Madrid's Rodrigo and would jump at the chance to sign. The Brazilian, 24, was linked with Liverpool last year after Luis Diaz's move to Bayern Munich, and he also attracted interest from Arsenal and Manchester City. A Premier League switch once looked likely, with Rodrigo struggling for minutes under then Real manager Xabi Alonso. Despite that, he later insisted he was pleased to have stayed in Madrid after the summer window closed. Townsend, however, feels Bowen represents a more realistic target. With Salah potentially entering the final months of his illustrious Liverpool career, Arne Slot is already shaping a squad capable of challenging for titles in the years ahead. Former Aston Villa midfielder Townsend told BOYLE Sports, who offer the latest football odds, "Who can Liverpool bring in to take Mohamed Salah's place next season? I think Jarrod Bowen would do very well for Liverpool. I don't quite get the Rodrigo links. Clearly, if you play for Real Madrid, you've got great ability, but I've never seen him as a Galactico. Jarrod Bowen would absolutely go to Liverpool and be a real threat for them from the right on that side. They'd have Cody Gakpo, Hugo Ekitike, and Jarrod Bowen. They give you pace, work rate, goals and real output. That's a front line that has everything you could want. Liverpool are going to have to look at Bowen because I just don't see Salah staying beyond this summer. Whatever's gone on at Anfield, it's just taken a bit of wind out of Mo's sails. Whether it's a relationship problem or he's just getting older, whatever it is, he's never going to be able to keep producing the numbers like he has done in the past. It just looks like Mo is now running out of steam, and there's no shame in that. It's just football. It's part and parcel of getting older. Mo's best days are behind him, and they've got to replace him. Liverpool's long-time talisman has led the club's scoring charts for 8 straight seasons, but his output has dipped this year. He has managed just 4 Premier League goals in 16 matches, plus 2 more in 7 Champions League appearances, a noticeable drop from his usual standards. Salah arrived from Roma in June 2017 and has since established himself as one of Liverpool's greatest modern players, producing 252 goals in 428 appearances across all competitions, and cementing a legacy that places him among the club's all-time elite. Second news is Trent Alexander-Arnold closer to Liverpool reunion as Champions League chaos unfolds. Trent Alexander-Arnold is one step closer to a potential return to Liverpool later this season following a contentious night in the Champions League. The Reds have already secured their place in the last 16 in Europe after finishing among the top 8 in the league phase. This allows Arne Slot's team to sit back and observe this month's playoffs before they resume their pursuit of a 7th continental crown in March. The first round of playoff matches kicked off on Tuesday. Liverpool edged closer to discovering their last 16 adversary after Galatasaray triumphed over Juventus 5-2 in the first leg of their clash, providing a clearer picture of the competition moving forward. Real Madrid replayed their exhilarating final league phase match against Benfica, with the Spanish Titans overcoming their Portuguese rivals this time around, albeit under a cloud of controversy. Vinicius Jr. netted the game's only goal in Lisbon, ensuring Real will carry a 1-0 advantage into next week's second leg at the Bernabeu. However, the match was paused for approximately 10 minutes after the goal due to Vinicius alleging he had been subjected to racist abuse. The Brazilian reported a comment allegedly made towards him, prompting referee François Letizia to implement UEFA's anti-racism protocol. Chaos erupted as a member of one of the team's backroom staff was dismissed, while Benfica boss José Mourinho attempted to speak with a visibly incensed Vinicius. Benfica winger Gianluca Prestiani had been seen on camera covering his mouth with his shirt while speaking to Vinicius before the incident, which Alexander-Arnold later called a disgrace to football. The match eventually continued, with Real maintaining its advantage as Mourinho was subsequently sent off. The outcome means Alvaro Arbeloa's team are now closer to qualifying for the last 16, and another potential visit to Liverpool for Alexander-Arnold later in the tournament. The two teams have already clashed this season, with the Reds claiming a 1-0 victory at Anfield during the league phase, and they could meet again in the semi-finals should both progress that far. Liverpool will discover which section of the draw it will be positioned in on February 27, when they will be matched with either Galatasaray or Juventus, or Club Brugge or Atletico Madrid. The first scenario would set them on course for a possible encounter with Real and Alexander-Arnold, who is looking more settled in Spain. Meanwhile, Paris Saint-Germain overturned a 2-0 deficit to defeat fellow French outfit Monaco 3-2, with the defending European champions scheduled to have home advantage in next week's second leg. PSG could be a potential quarter-final adversary for Liverpool in a possible rematch of last season's last 16 clash. Borussia Dortmund also emerged victorious, defeating Atalanta 2-0 in the first leg of their match in Germany. That results positioning the Black and Yellows as another potential semi-final opponent for the Reds should they not face Real. Third news is disgrace to football. Trent Alexander-Arnold disgusted by alleged racist abuse of Vinicius Jr. Trent Alexander-Arnold says the scenes at Estadio de Luz during Real Madrid's Champions League play-off against Benfica were a disgrace to football. His teammate Vinny Jr. was allegedly subjected to a racist comment from Gianluca Prestiani after scoring a stunning strike, which proved to be the winner in the first leg. The Brazilian, 25, put the Spanish side ahead in Lisbon with a stunning goal and celebrated in front of the Benfica supporters. Moments later, however, he was approached by referee Francois Letizia and shown a yellow card. Prestiani then exchanged words with Vinny, with the winger reporting an alleged incident of racism to the referee. The game was brought to a halt in line with UEFA protocols, which led to Vinicius heading over to the Madrid bench. Benfica manager and former Madrid boss Jose Mourinho approached Vinny to understand what had happened, and the pair exchanged words before the game resumed more than 10 minutes later. Loud jeers and boos from the home crowd were then heard every time Vinny touched the ball. Speaking about the incident after the game, Alexander-Arnold was disappointed by how things unfolded in Portugal. "Of course I can't comment too much, it's ongoing investigation," he began telling Amazon Prime. "But it's a disgrace to football. Vinny has suffered from this. It's disgusting. It's overshadowed the performance after such an amazing goal. Vinny has been subjected to this a few times in his career. It's happened tonight and ruined the night for us as a team. It's a disgrace to football. There's no place for it in football. It's disgusting. Obviously, it's upsetting. We come here to do a job. We enjoy what we do. When something like that happens, it ruins it. It takes the fun out of the game. We'll stick together as a team, as you saw tonight." With UEFA set to investigate the incident, the right back added, "That's out of my hands. It's a difficult situation." The referee said, "It seemed like he said whatever he did say, he said it with his shirt over his mouth. It's difficult, but hopefully there is justice involved. There is no place for it in football and society."